All right, there we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pulse. This week we have another installment from the Chads Media featuring a Polygon project that you have maybe heard of. But first, a little housekeeping. We've got some developments on Polygon, particularly with the Chads project, as this is, I believe, our sixth Pulse episode. And we are scheduling time slots for this very program in February right now. We've got the next 5 or 6 weeks booked up. And if you would like to book a spot, totally free on Pulse, come on down to the Chad's server or come on down to my DMs here on X or YouTube, and we can get you on the schedule. But today we have the pleasure of interviewing James from Gas Hero. This is a project that, if you're on Twitter, you've heard about. There's a lot going on with this project, and they are really just turning heads. And if I can get my computer to work, I'm going to welcome James here. James from Gas Hero, welcome to Pulse. And thank you for tolerating my very, very blaring lack of live stream experience here. I know that you're a Twitch streamer OG, and I'm doing my best to catch up. But once you're almost 40, learning new skills is kind of tough, right?
I
But
don't
glad
know.
to
I don't
have.
remember almost 40. That was a long time ago for me.
Uh
I'm old.
oh. All right. Well, maybe I don't have as much gray in the beard as you, but I hope you can show the way a little bit. But I appreciate you for making some time for us last minute this week. I'd like to start at kind of the ground level for people who don't know what Gas Hero is. If people on the timeline have been around for a while, it may seem as though Gas Hero came out of nowhere and is doing 10 million in volume, doing more volume than most other blockchains on their own, and then having like 6 or 8 categories on those charts at the same time. So I know this is kind of a big question. It might be a little loaded, but where the heck did Gas Hero come from, man?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. So, our parent company, Find Satoshi Lab, was founded a couple years ago, and we actually had our first game called Steppin'. I'm wearing the shirt right now. That started on Solana originally, and then eventually expanded out to BNB, and then to Ethereum on 3 different blockchains. And over the course of Steppin' so far, we've had 5.4 million registered users. Jan and Jerry, our two co-founders, about 2 years ago, when they put this thing together, they wanted to make something very different than anyone had ever really done before in Web3. An app that literally allows you to go out and walk, jog, or run and earn cryptocurrency and NFTs. And there's been other apps that have tried to do something similar, maybe even have it be Web 2 based kind of points, reward miles kind of program instead of crypto. But what Jan and Jerry did very differently with Steppen, and what we really learned from Steppen that we're applying to Gas Hero, was that they realized that the vast majority of users that were going to download this game and try it weren't crypto natives. They didn't know anything about how to set up a wallet, how to exchange from fiat to cryptocurrency, how to bring it in and connect the wallet to the app, any of that. So what they built with Steppen was something that you could download on iOS or on the Android Google Play Store and easily have the game itself make yourself a wallet. Built into the game is also a DEX. Built in is the marketplace. It has a fiat on ramp with Apple Pay. It has this lifestyle app and this fully thing that's gamed where you're getting mystery boxes and opening it up and a lot of fun. Even has a music player built into it. And what they realized is that when grandma downloads an app because grandson says, "Hey, grandma, you should try this out. You can just walk 10 minutes a day and you can be earning money," she can't figure out how to connect all these things and do it. So they built it all in. And we took all of those learnings together to then build the DEX, build our own marketplace, and now we're launching our second big game. And so certainly not coming out of nowhere, but there's a lot of people outside our bubble that aren't even aware of the name Find Satoshi Lab. They have no clue we even existed.
Wow. So it's almost like you guys took all of the strategies for how to actually succeed and onboard real people from not Web3 and did them
Yeah.
all at once. So I got to say, I was on Solana 2021, 2022, and I remember stepping. I missed the mint, didn't get involved, didn't have, wasn't into Fitbit type stuff. And so by and large, kind of faded entirely. I don't think I ever owned one, but it was hard to ignore. It was everywhere. People in every group were about stepping, and they were getting their steps in. And so this is uh, really great groundwork for then building on what you've done already. And so I just want to emphasize to everybody that Gas Hero did not, in fact, just drop onto Polygon completely out of nowhere. These guys from Find Satoshi Lab have developed quite a bit already, and that is fantastic. So now you have Gas Hero.
Hmm.
This is a game, and we can go ahead and pull up the screen share if you'd like
Sure.
while we're talking, and just kind of poke around and give some visuals. But so, is this a game where people can, in fact, come in and play and earn crypto like in Steppen?
Yeah, exactly the same. Let me know if the screen share comes up. I'm not seeing it pop up yet. Do you have to add it up?
Here we go.
Perfect. There you go. So yeah, that's exactly how it works. You can go to gashero.com. There's a play button up there in the top right hand corner, and it's gonna allow you to log in almost a Web 2 way with any email address. You don't have to be whitelisted or anything. And one of the unique things that we learned in the Steppen days was, although there was great benefit to being on the App Store, to being on Google Play, and getting kind of that marketing benefit of people seeing your app and having millions of downloads and maybe downloading it and trying it, there's also some limitations where anytime you want to change the app, you want to update the app, you have to go ask the permission of Apple and Google. If you want to sell things using Apple Pay, our fiat on ramp, you have to give them a percentage. And so we wanted to do something a little bit different with Gas Hero. You'll see if you go to gashero.com and click on the pay button, it just automatically launches in whatever browser you're using. Don't have to use a wallet. Just like Steppen, it creates a wallet for you. But this will play on any phone, any tablet, any laptop, any desktop. This will even launch on a TV that has an internet connection and a browser built in. It's called a progressive web app. It'll actually create an icon and throw it on your desktop so you can launch it. And so it looks and plays like an app, but it's actually not an app that comes from an app store. You're going to start with 4 free heroes. The heroes are going to be down here in this troops section. Now I'm beyond the initial tutorials section. You've got common heroes, uncommon heroes, rare heroes, epic heroes, just like in Steppen. We've got these different categories of heroes that you can have. You can see I've got quite a few that are lined up in my account. And what you learn playing through this tutorial is that, one, anybody can go to the website and try for free. You get 4 free common heroes, 4 pets, and 4 weapons. And it teaches you how to go into these different areas. Let me know if this audio comes through too crazy loud for you.
It's
And you
just a touch on the page turn sound.
Is it okay? It's going to be really
It's
loud
just
when I play
it's
this
a
thing.
little hot.
Then I wonder how I can probably go into settings here
Oh, it's fine.
and kill the audio. That way it's not sound music. That way it's not too loud for you. That'll be better because it gets really loud when you're in here playing.
So
So as you go,
James,
yeah.
these free characters, these
Mhm.
are these all you need to come in and participate fully and earn?
To get started, absolutely. So the very beginning, you're learning how there's different kinds of Gas Hero characters. You can see them down there fighting on the bottom. These Gas Hero characters, some of them are tanks, some are damage type, some are support. They've got different weapons. You can see my guys that are here on the front row have like a little dagger and a little sword. Those are short range weapons. My guys that are on the middle row have a hammer and an axe. Those are middle range weapons. My guys that are back on the back row, they've got a bow or a sword or a gun. And so, what the tutorial, as you go up through the 7 free levels with these 4 free characters, teaches you is how to add the heroes to your lineup, how to optimize and move them around. So you've got your tanks up front with the short range weapons and the damage in the middle. How to go through each of the sections, no different than I'm fighting right here. And you see as you beat each section, you're going to actually get a reward. I'm in the AI factory right now, and I get hero potions every time I win a battle. I just got 13 hero potions there. With the 4 free heroes at each node, you work your way up the 7 different levels. You get 1 hero potion. Then what you learn is I can actually go into this troop section. I can select one of these heroes, and I've got ability to click on level up and actually level up those free heroes. And in order to get up all the way through the 7 levels to the top, to the surface of the earth, you have to level them up some. You have to optimize your lineup. So it's kind of a tutorial. It's teaching you how to play to get up to the top. And it's not until you break through to the surface that you get to the surface of the earth that you realize it's the year 2084. There's been this mass extinction event. The entire population of humanity has been wiped out. There's 15 cities available to repopulate, to rebuild as humanity, as these heroes are trying to rebuild back from this AI takeover that's happened up on the planet. And that's when you need your first paid NFT. It's called a base construction vehicle to actually settle down in one of these locations. And the game then gives you an opportunity to either go to the market that's built right into the game and buy a base construction vehicle in the game. Or for those that don't want to spend the money and go in, you can certainly follow our social channels at Gas Hero Official. And there's opportunities to potentially win a Genesis hero, a base construction vehicle, and even some of these common heroes.
Fantastic. Love the opportunity to be able to win. That was, I think, something that a lot of people are looking for is that upwards mobility for free opportunity. So this is great. So you've got a free to play tutorial that works on any device. That's always my first question.
Yeah.
Does this work on mobile? Can I play this on a Chromebook? That's fantastic. Can I play this with poor reception?
You can. I've actually tested this myself. I'm in the north or the southeast of the U.S. right now, up in the mountains. We actually just had a high wind snowstorm that pushed through. I had 50-mile-an-hour winds. It knocked out my
Ooh.
power. It knocked out my internet connection. It even knocked out power to the closest cell phone tower to me. So I was on 1 bar of roaming and was still able to log in and play the game. Certainly, a faster internet connection is going to allow the website to load up a little bit faster, but it seemed completely functional even with a very slow internet connection. Even a satellite type internet connection should be no problem at all.
Wow. Okay. So 1 bar of roaming. That's a pretty solid answer.
Yeah.
Great. So yeah, I mean, a lot of the listeners know that I live out in the boonies, and connection is usually part of my deal. I have to go into the city to a studio to do these things because it's just spotty. It is the future. It is 2024, but apparently, cell signal and internet connections still haven't gotten the memo. Uh, so that's great. So the game looks great. Um, I think that we have a lot of people wondering,
Mhm.
how does a game like this do so much volume? Are on chain, are the procedures while you're playing creating blockchain transactions along the way?
Yeah. Great question. So what we did with Gas Hero again took from a lot of what we learned at Steppen. When we launched Steppen, we didn't actually go out and sell a collection of 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 NFTs, sneakers to play the game. Instead, we gave them out for free to the community. And we built mechanics into the game itself where the sneakers could be bred together to make additional sneakers, to where you're going out and walking, jogging, and running. You're getting mystery boxes that have gems inside. You're upgrading the sneaker. It's all built into the tokenomics of how the game scales. Same exact thing with Gas Hero. We started with these Gas Hero badges. The badges went out to the players that were actually playing Step in our community, our 5.4 million registered users, right? Those badges, those badge holders, were able to get these free coupons: hero coupons, pet coupons, weapon coupons, experience coupons to level up their heroes that they got. And then we also did a bunch of social media campaigns where we gave out a bunch of free stuff for social media interactions, but primarily to our own community. We also created a user-generated content competition where our community was creating the designs of the heroes themselves. And we have additional things that went out for that as well. So when you look through the different collections that are being traded, there's 8 of them right now that tend to go to the very top of the leaderboards, regardless of what blockchain's volume you're looking at. You can see the badges, you can see these coupons, but then there's the common heroes, the pets, the weapons, the items, the different things. There's 8 total collections that are trading. So as we're playing the game, what we're actually doing, oftentimes no different than you saw me farming that AI factory and getting the hero potion, you can turn around and sell that hero potion to other people that are playing the game that need the hero potion to level up their heroes. Or maybe they're trying to breed to get heroes together to make additional heroes. Similarly, you're earning weapons parts at a different location, or you're earning parts to create a new pet, and you can either sell off those parts in the marketplace, or you can turn them into a weapon or pet and take that gamble of, do you get one of the common weapons or do you get one of the really rare weapons? And all these things are actively being traded right in the marketplace that's built into the game. And so the daily earning, when you're going out and you're just playing the game, you're earning these materials, you're converting them into things, and you're constantly trading with the other players in the marketplace. That's what brings up all that volume. One of the things we learned with Steppen was that during those periods of really, really rapid player growth, you need a lot more sneakers, you need a lot more NFTs. In this case, for Gas Hero, right now we need a lot more heroes into the game. And so there's breeding built right into the game as well. And so I can take 2 heroes and I can breed them together to make additional heroes. I got a chance to get even maybe twins, 2 of them at the same time, or even a
Ooh.
different higher rarity of hero, which is really, really cool. And oftentimes what we're finding that the players are doing is they're taking those heroes that they breed and immediately selling them. That increases the volume, and new players coming in are trying to buy those heroes so they can fill up their 6-person, their 6-hero lineup. Or there might be some advanced strategies where you try to take and breed the parents a couple different times, and then you sell off the parent and you're actually keeping the baby, and you're leveling up the baby and you're having them be your next round of parent, and almost setting up a breeding farm. No different than we did in Steppen, Axie Infinity. There's a lot of games that kind of played
Oh,
off this
wow.
same thing. So the day-to-day gameplay is kind of the best of an idle game, where you've got a certain amount of energy every day. Depending on how many heroes you have, you get more energy. You get 25% of it refreshed every 6 hours. So you could log in once a day, play for 5 minutes, get your amount of stuff listed in the marketplace, and just kind of try to get that little bit of benefit off of each day as an idle game. Or you can go into all these levels of depth, become a leader, play the social and the strategy type game. Right now, we've got solo PvE. There's also group PvE, where you've got clans and guilds and districts, and you can fight as a group. And a big piece of the tokenomics of how this game works is a percentage of every marketplace transaction actually gets paid back to the leaders. So you become a clan leader, a guild leader, a district leader, all the way up to a world elder, you're getting 4% of all those marketplace transactions back as income for those leadership roles. Similarly, we've got auction houses built into the game. These are items that you can bid on. Whoever has the highest bid at the end of 4 hours wins those items, oftentimes at a much lower price than the floor price they sell in the marketplace. So arbitrage opportunity. Half of all of those auction house sales go right back into the Gas Wars, which is our PvP, getting ready to kick off soon. We're building a strong lineup of heroes. You get to battle against other heroes, either solo or as a team, and make phenomenal amounts of income. The latest number I saw was just in this first few days. We've only been existent since the third, a week. We've already generated 6.7 million GMT in auction house value. So half of that is going to be used directly into the PvP Gas Wars. So a little bit over $2 million US dollars, that's built in just to the PvP pool that'll be paid out over the coming weeks, and that's just constantly
Wow.
growing every minute of every day.
Okay, so
Yeah,
GMT. So this is very much underwritten by tokenomics with
100%.
GMT.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
and that's fantastic. So there's a lot of layers to this project that are working together. This is a little bit of everything. You've got tradable assets, you've got interactive ability, you've got social structure within the game and these guilds, social interaction, and earning. So, how much of this do you need the base vehicle to achieve. Like so you can get your free starter pets and heroes and weapons,
Yep.
and can you make something of that for some time, or do you just hit the surface after the tutorial and then those assets are kind of, they were for the tutorial, or can you get in and harvest potions and breed those guys as well?
Yeah, great question. And this again goes back to one of our learnings from Steppen. So we wanted an easy way to onboard new players and a way for anybody new, even with no Web3 experience, to be able to play and try it out. So that those 4 free pets and weapons and heroes can go through the first 7 stages up to the surface of the earth. Cost you nothing. You're making hero potion on the way up. You can choose to use those hero potions to upgrade your characters, or if you want, you could save them back. You have to upgrade a little bit to break through, but you could save those back. Once you get to the surface of the planet, you need a base construction vehicle. That's a paid NFT in order to settle at one of these 15 cities. And then you actually choose what city, what district, what guild, and what clan you want to settle down into. So that's
Okay,
the
but
first paid NFT, and you
at
have
that
to
point, you
have
hit
that.
the surface, you're hooked already. You have to get that. Not just to continue playing, but
But
because
to earn,
the
yeah,
internal need that you've developed through the process of getting up there is, I can't stop now. I've got to get
that's
this
the hope,
vehicle
right?
and keep playing.
Yep, that's the
Okay.
hope, and we understand that at times of a really high demand, where there's more players than want to play than there are assets in the game to play, the cost of that thing could be more expensive. But we can make more of them in the game. There's a mechanic in the game where we can create more of them. So when the players are incentivized to make those because they can sell them for a lot, then the supply increases, and then the cost comes down, and so it's designed to balance out over time. The heroes, the base construction vehicles, all of it. So you do need that paid thing. Now, one of the things we learned with Steppen is that if the sneakers became oversupplied and the player population growth slowed or even plateaued, all of a sudden you've got a massive oversupply, and then you've got people that have invested a lot of money in NFTs, and then maybe the NFT's not worth as much as it was before. So what we built, what Johnny, our lead developer, this Mensa level genius built, is something very unique and innovative that I've not seen in Web3. The heroes themselves, when you equip them into the lineup, they have a lifespan. Common heroes only live for 20 days, uncommons for 30 days, rares 40 days on up. And then there's also a seasonal model in addition. So the tokenomics are set up such that those free heroes that you got on the way up through, they last 2 days because they're free and they're just freebie to try. So you can keep earning with those if you get the base construction vehicle. Once you get some paid heroes, they have those lifespans I just mentioned, and it's designed to ROI and then some during the course of that lifespan. And there's all these different ways to play the game, right? Do you level them up to max? Do you put max weapons and max pets? Do you play with just one hero and see what it does? Do you play with two? Do you full lineup with six? And then as you get to the end game and start to see how the leadership position pays out income, PVE and PvP, all the rest, then there's the seasonal model that comes on top. So in addition to the NFTs having a lifespan, the whole game actually ends up having a lifespan where within the leadership structure itself, the world elders can decide to end a season. There's this gas arc that comes within the auction house. There's gas arc tickets that are sold, and the entire game resets, and it's like it launches brand new after 30 days. So you actually get an opportunity within the tokenomics of the game that if it becomes rampantly oversupplied, the value of the NFTs go too down low in value, then the players themselves vote to just restart, and you start back all over from scratch.
Wow. That's a nice rotation.
Mm-hmm.
So there's plenty of room for new people to get involved and have a chance at some of that guild dominance. That's definitely one thing I've noticed in other games. You getting in, and there's an elite class, and
Yeah.
there's a real wall there that's very hard to get through if you want to be that involved in a new game. So having that kind of rotation, that sounds pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Um,
It can be frustrating too, right, for a new player. I can think many times of video games I've played over the years, right? First person shooters especially, that if you come in and you're not used to the weapons, the movement, the how do you change back and forth, how do you reload fast enough. You're just a noob and you just get absolutely worked over as you try to play, right? Even Axie Infinity, my first Axie Infinity team was so weak. I just got dominated when I tried to do PvP. Our development team really thought about that with this game, and so they wanted to make sure that a minnow could come into the game and play with just a single hero, have it be a satisfying experience, be able to earn enough to enjoy playing the game as an idle game. But yet, if somebody wanted to go into those crazy levels of depth and build it out completely, there's PvE and leadership things that you can fight for, but you don't have to. You can have fun just playing PvE as an idle game, and it's designed to appeal regardless of the way that you want to play.
I'll tell you, James, this is exactly the kind of game that I spent countless hours playing before I found Web3.
Yeah,
At the desk, in the bathroom, in the parking lot, and I didn't earn anything
right.
for those hours. In fact, I spent money
Right? How
on
many games
gems
like
or
Clash
some
of
crap.
Clans and others you
Uh,
spend a fortune to play and you never have anything to call your own that you get back? Yeah,
I mean, besides the hours enjoyed, which is something I have to tell myself is value for all those hours that I wasted
entertainment.
doing it. But with a game like this, this I think this is really the natural next step to gaming is being able to earn.
Yeah,
We've seen trends in things like universal basic income. We're seeing a push towards automated manufacturing.
yeah,
We're seeing a lot of AI come in and threaten even white collar jobs. And
true.
so there's got to be some new ways for people to earn while they are letting the robots do everything else, right? So one of the things I wanted to ask you about was more.com.
Yeah.
So is this so let me rephrase the question. So
Mhm,
to get the vehicle, to get the characters,
mhm.
what marketplaces are we looking at? Are they available on Magic Eden? Are they on OpenSea? Are they just on more.com? How do we navigate the options here?
Yeah, great question. So what we've done here, again, based on what we've learned in the past, was to make sure that we've got a marketplace that's built right directly into the game itself. So you saw earlier, I clicked on that market button on the bottom right-hand corner, and everything that you'll ever need in the game is built right into the game itself, with no need to ever go anywhere else. At the same time, it's all on chain, and we share liquidity with more.com, which is also our marketplace. And so, if you want that more full featured experience, if you want the ability to go and be able to bring up what we made is a very unique gaming AI, a UI, right? So if you click into the Gas Hero collection, and you can get there a couple different ways. There's collections up there, kind of on the top left. You can also see it down below where it says Gas Hero items, kind of scrolling by. It'll take you into the specific. There you go. Click into any one of those Gas Hero. Um, that's the coupons itself. So that'll take you to just the coupon screen. These are the free things that we gave out to the community. If you go back and you go into
Oh
the one
wow,
where it
those
says
were free.
yeah, these were all free, and they're trading for significant amounts of money now.
I'll
The Gas
say.
Hero badges that we gave out for free, I think, are trading somewhere around $25,000 right now per badge. They actually give you a percent increase in the amount of energy that you have. So if you go to collections, and you'll see all the different Polygon collections, the Solana collections, the Ethereum collections. More has all three. You see these different Gas Hero things line up. Go ahead and click on any of those that aren't the coupon or the badge, and it'll bring up that custom gaming UI I was telling you about. The nice part about this,
Let's take a
any
look
of
at the
those will work.
pets.
Yeah, do pets. So within this, you're going to see that the tiles across the top. So there's the heroes here, the weapons, the pets. You can look at your fragments, your items, all of it. And what makes this so nice is all the sort features, all the additional things. Go ahead and click on hero and hover over one of the heroes that pops up. See the purple tile? There you go. And if you hover over one of these heroes that's going to pop up, you're going to see this
Well, I like
grid that
this
comes
guy.
up that gives you specific of the actual traits. See how that spider web popped up? So this is all this
Oh,
additional
nice.
information if you want to get into that levels of depth of, what is the specific role that he has? Does he have an S tier role on this stat? Does he have an A tier role? Does he have a B tier role? Like, how does this hero line up? Is this a male or a female if I want to create a breeding pair? Is it a tank? Is it a damage type? Is it a support? You don't have to get into all this level of depth. If you want to play it as an idle game 5 minutes a day, you certainly can. But for those that want to get to the high end, to the end game, to learn what the current meta is, to compete for these leadership positions, to actually compete in the gas wars to get some of these $2 million worth of rewards that are out there, setting up a really fully min-maxed and fully optimized lineup is going to be important. And so you can buy everything right within the marketplace built into the game. All that
Yeah, we're
liquidity
gonna check
directly
out the high
shares
end
here.
of your listings.
There you go.
Let's
Yeah,
see if some of these are beefed up.
absolutely. Each one also has a skill tree. So as you level up the heroes, they all go to higher levels depending on their rarity. There's skills that get unlocked. And so those skills can become really important. We're finding at the end game that there are certain support types that can actually heal all the heroes that are on your lineup. Maybe they add shields to all the heroes on their lineup. Maybe they stun members of the other team or even a boss that you're fighting to win clan boss. So there's some of these that have become OP characteristics that our community is starting to realize. That one in particular that you see right there, that is a very OP NFT. That's a lot of fun to use. And there's a lot of these that work really good. Most of the stuff listed on More you see listed in GMT. That's just the community's preference because we use GMT in a lot of the things we do. You have the ability to list in Matic or list in GMT for any of our Polygon collections, your choice. GMT, I think, is somewhere around 30 cents right now. So you can take any of those prices and kind of cut it by 2/3 and kind of have an idea of the US dollar volume.
Oh, fantastic! And you
Yeah.
can swap for GMT right
Right in
in
more.
the.
Absolutely. Yep. So up in the top right hand corner, you've got your little profile icon. You connect your wallets. You can connect to multiple wallets. There's a little add funds button. It brings up our DEX right onto the website, and you can convert between USDC, Matic, um, GMT, whatever it is you want on all the blockchains as well. Convert between the Solana tokens, convert between the Ethereum tokens, and for this game, convert between the Polygon tokens.
Fantastic. So I also noticed some other things, and let me get this screen share pulled up again. But I noticed some other things on this website in the collections.
Okay.
What are the rest of these things down here?
So
We've
these are
got.
Polygon collections. We've got collections on all the different blockchains. And for those of you that are out there in the Polygon community that don't have your collection here, we'd love to get them all on More. Certainly, anybody that has a collection, if you're getting ready to launch or one that's already launched, we want it on there. There's a search bar that's up there at the top. If you start typing in a collection name and you don't see it, I think it actually pops up a hyperlink that's right there beside it. And there's a form that you can request to have your collection added to More. That's certainly something that you should reach out to our team, fill out the form. We'd love to get everybody's collections on More and Trading. More's got a unique feature built in that offers some instant rewards. So very different than what you might see with other marketplaces, where maybe you have to wait 3 months before you can see what kind of rewards you get. The trades that are on More is a gamified experience, very similar to the games themselves. All the NFTs that are listed for sale, you'll see a red light, green light system. When the light turns green, that means you can earn one of these More boxes from it. Inside the box can be shards that can be instantly redeemed for cash, or they can be collected up and you can use them to turn in for BAYCs on Ethereum, for step-in sneakers, for a
Ooh.
whole host of NFTs. People are finding that when they're trading some of these more expensive NFTs, they might get prizes in the boxes that are worth thousands of dollars and an instant experience that's very gamified that makes it fun. Our hope is that Gas Hero players, as they get on spending more and more time on More, will realize how this reward system works, and then we'll want to list their other NFTs there as well.
Well, I gotta say, I'm not trying to butter you up, but that sounds super attractive. So definitely a note for the other communities and projects out there. More.com is also functioning as a marketplace. So if you guys were watching there, I searched for Deturians, didn't see him. Search for Space Skellies. I'm rocking their beanie today.
Nice.
Saw the evil skellies up there. I saw Drill Club up there, and then I stopped searching because, guys, you can search your own. But great opportunity for other collections to come out and work with you, expand their reach as well. I know that you've been super active getting involved with other communities on Polygon. And, that really is the path to success, is reaching out, making these one-on-one connections. This is a live stream, but this is, to a certain extent, very similar to the one-on-one calls that we make out here. And that's where a lot of decisions and action happens, right? It's on these phone calls. It's not in the Twitter spaces. It's not in the Discords. But to grow your project and scale your work to meet the needs of people in this ecosystem in the way that Find Satoshi Lab has done and is come out with Gas Hero in this way. I mean, you guys have checked all the boxes. It's really,
We're
really
trying.
inspiring to see this much of legitimate interplay between the different verticals that people have been trying to connect for years through their NFT assets. And just wow, I'm impressed. I kind of had some guesses as to how and where all this volume was coming from. I know a lot of people um, have seen the posts. You guys have caused Polygon to flip Ethereum and Solana the last couple of days in a row, and that's playing ball the way they like to play ball, and that's how you turn heads. That's how you bring volume, is by uh, bringing to market marketable commodities and services and opportunities to play, or find that profit. These free assets are selling for 600,000-700,000 GMT. That's nuts.
Yeah.
I did a free mint the other day. The Creepy Monsters. I just sold one for 100 Matic. I thought that
Awesome.
was big potatoes.
Yeah. It
Um,
is.
so
It is $100 for an NFT. 100 Matic.
yeah,
Matic's about $1 right now, isn't it?
It was. It was. I don't know if it came
Yeah.
back today. I don't know about ETF stuff. Been a little bit busy with meetings and haven't had time to check the tickers. But it was. Yeah, it was back to $1 for a while.
Yeah.
And that kind of has fluctuated a little bit. But yeah,
Sure.
always a win when you can get close to $100 from a free thing.
Absolutely.
So yeah, man, I'm just like a lot of other people wishing that I was in for that free part. But
Fair.
looking
Here's the beauty,
forward
though,
to.
right? If you go to Gas Hero Official, there's an opportunity to win right now. I think we've got 7 Genesis Heroes up for sale, up to win for free. A whole bunch of
Oh
base
wow,
construction vehicles, a whole bunch of common heroes. All we're asking is for people to follow our social accounts through our link tree, to tag hashtag Gas Hero and hashtag playing Gas Hero. Open up the game, play the game, record some content, some screenshots, post it along with those tags. I don't know when that one ends. It might be pretty soon, but we'll have other ones that'll add on as well. We
we'll have
have
to get those
assets set
tags on
aside.
this live stream, man. I got to win a
Right?
hero.
There you go.
Great, and that's Gas Hero dot
Official. Gas Hero
dot.
Official's the X account. And so
Okay,
most of our social platform goes there, but that's not to say it's only there. We have also competitions going on all over the world, right? Online in Japan and Navarre Cafe and Kakao Talk in Korea, on WeChat in China, on Facebook
wow.
groups, on Telegram groups, on we're very international all over the world.
Holy smokes, James! Wow, you guys, you really impressed me today. It sounds like you guys really have put in the work here. So if you guys are watching, I have tagged at Gas Hero Official in the Twitter version of this stream. It should be right in the same window that you're viewing. If you are watching on YouTube, I did not, so you're gonna have to come over to Twitter, X as they call it now. We all call it Twitter. But that's at Gas Hero Official. And you can get all the details right from that account and click on those links, try and win. But you can give up because I'm going to go and win it. I haven't won anything in a while, except for that 100 Matic free mint that I just bragged about. So maybe my luck's tapped. Maybe it's not. We'll find out. James, it has been just a pleasure getting some of these answers from you, and I appreciate your patience as I ask the low hanging fruit.
Oh, good.
And we go through the basics. I know you're probably stumping the same message back and forth. But do you want to encourage any communities to reach out and get a hold of you? Is that going to be through the Gas Hero official account?
You can get a hold of me directly at James Work, JamesWerk. I'm the same on every platform. So you can get me on X, on Telegram, on Discord. I'm an OG Discord partner from 8 years ago. So I've got the OG name with no numbers behind it. Any of those platforms, if you want to hear more about Gas Hero, if you're interested in learning more about more, maybe getting your collection on more, maybe you got a future collection you want to launch, we're happy to talk to anybody. We're a good member of the community. We don't dislike any of the other marketplaces. We work with all of them, and we're happy to have your project on our marketplace as well.
That's awesome. I really feel like I'm that zoom in nod guy right now in the GIF.
Yep.
Wow.
Love it.
All right. Well,
No.
I was hoping to find some FUD for you guys today, but it checks out. This is super legit, and I'm really excited. I'm going to try and get this on my phone so that I can, get a little bit back into playing phone games like I did before Web3. That's exciting. Nobody else is on mobile. That's my first question always is, can I play this on my phone? Oh, well, no, not yet. You guys are just bringing the heat. So thanks for coming out to Pulse, James. We're going to wrap it up, and we will catch you and your developments on the timeline.
Thank you.
All right. Everybody have a great day, and we will see you